And good morning to you. It is Tuesday, October the 3rd. I'm Todd Duplantis, and welcome to Up to the Minute. We've got your HCC news and information for the next half hour, so stick around. Some special guests coming your way. It's Tasty Tuesday. We got a special guest joining us momentarily. But first, my guest co-host on Tuesdays, Diana Barrero Burgos, who is the HCC Southeast Communications Director. Good to see you, Diana.
Good to see you, Todd. Thank you so much for having me, and buenos días a todos.
That's right. We are still celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and that's going on through the middle. And we've got a special guest coming on in just a few moments. But first, Diana, if you haven't been outside, there's something weird falling from the sky.
I know.
Where did that come from? We've got a cool front coming through, and I looked at the weather. I think it's on Sunday. The high is supposed to be like 75, the lows in the 50s. Crazy.
I cannot believe this, Todd. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
I know.
Something completely foreign to us. But I'm so excited to be here. And I'm here to tell everyone that we're live on Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter. We're also on LinkedIn and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So don't miss us.
Don't miss us. All right, Diana, we've got it. You're going to be interviewing a guest in just a moment, but I want to interview a very special guest for Tasty Tuesday. We continue to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with the return of a favorite Tex-Mex place. Andre Nova is the founder and owner of La Cocina Mexican restaurant. He's our Tasty Tuesday guest. Andreas, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing about La Cocina very shortly. So stick around. I'll be with you in about 10 minutes. All right. I'm going to turn things over to you, Diana, because you've got another special guest as well.
I do, Todd. I'm so excited to introduce this next guest. We have our Director Medical Assistant Program, Miss Cynthia Lundgren. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did. Lundgren.
Ooh, even it sounds so exotic. I love it. Cindy, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the show. The program is also an award-winning program. This is so exciting. Tell us about that before we get started.
Well, a couple of years ago, we were the number 2 in the nation for medical assistant programs. And what we offer the students, our online base, our hybrid labs, and that was through Edu2Go. And they were the ones that recognized us nationally. And we were really excited about that. I mean, that's pretty prestigious, when you think about it being number 2 in the nation.
Wow, that is a huge, huge accomplishment. And so I want to get into some substance because when we talk about medical assistants, not a lot of people understand what they do. So let's begin with what is a medical assistant and what is it that they do? What's the nature of their work?
Well, medical assistants are the ones that will greet you at the physician's offices. They may be the ones that will answer the phone or set up the telehealth medicine. Because of COVID, we were doing that. And then they are the ones that would be doing the billing, the coding. They're also doing the rooming of the patient, taking the vital signs, preparing the patient for the physical examination, setting up the surgical trays, being able to assist in any type of procedures that are there in the medical office. They are also going to be the ones drawing blood, performing EKGs. They're also going to be the ones giving vaccines or immunizations. There's just a lot of duties that the medical assistants will do at the medical office, which are administrative as well as clinical, front office and back office.
So we can say that they're a jack of all trades, pretty much. There were many different hats, but I bet you the pay is really good too. So if you're interested, where do they find employment? Because maybe I'm in the wrong field.
Well, the majority of our students will find their employment at the practicum sites. And the practicum is where they will be at a clinic or a hospital-based clinic or private physician's office where they will do 240 hours of contact. And then they would be, it's kind of like a working interview while they're there. And then that way they are completing their practicum learning experience, practicing on real patients what they learned in the classroom. And we have a number of different affiliations. The program has a number of affiliations with different institutions, large institutions, for instance, like Baylor College of Medicine, University of Texas Health, UT Health, Kelsey-Seybold, Village MD is one of our newest ones, and as well as Memorial Hermann. So the students are able to find, and Methodist, and the students are able to find their employment after they have completed their practicum. The facilities get to see how the students are responsible, how they are reliable, and how are their workplace skills, how are they able to perform there. And our students also take their credential exam prior to their graduation. So the facilities know that they are already credentialed, and that's a plus for the students as well, that they already have their credential prior to their leaving the program or exiting the program.
Wow, that is incredible. And it's actually, I want to say like the practicum is the equal to an internship in the business world, correct?
Well, we call it an externship, but yes.
Oh, okay.
But again, those institutions get to try before they buy.
Ooh, that is actually very good. We all need to be practicing that actually. So what is the job market like for medical assistants? A lot of people say, well, it's definitely a hard field to get into. Is that correct?
It's an excellent market right now. Medical assistants are in big demand because, during COVID, it just exploded because they understood what the medical assistant profession was all about. They were the ones that were screening the patients. They were the ones that were testing the patients. They were the ones that were even giving the vaccines. So that has even continued now in even after COVID, because the medical assistant, it can do so many different things because they've learned so many hands-on skills, and they are very much in demand. I have phone calls almost every day, either wanting our graduates or our students for externship.
Wow, this is really good information. And knowing that the market is so hot right now and it's the perfect timing, we need to get our students involved, or if you want to be enrolled. So how do you become a medical assistant student at HCC?
Well, you have to, seek an advisor, to find out what the requirements are for sure. But then they become an HCC student. They will do the college testing, the TSI. They have to be college ready. And we have two prerequisite courses, which is English composition, English 1301, and then the HPRS 1201, which is Introduction to Health Professions. And those are the prerequisites. The students are then submit their application. They can be currently enrolled in those two courses, submit their application, and then the applications are reviewed. They meet the admission criteria. Then they go for an interview. We interview the students, and after the interview, the students know whether or not they've been selected into the program, but they're conditionally admitted at that point because they do have to undergo background check. They have to go through drug screen, and they also have to show proof of their immunizations and proof of health insurance. So those are the conditional requirements. And that's a commitment on the student's part, because again, you're getting into healthcare and you're going to be taking care of sick people. So we have to make sure that all these things are in place before you go out there in the real world and practice in your practicum. Again, that's all preparing for you to go out there in the workplace. So again, it's quite a lot that they have to do up front. But initially, you have to think about what you're going to be entering with field. And this field is ever expanding. So it's going to be a great stepping stone for them to get into the workplace, into healthcare.
Of course, I do agree with you about that, but there's many different places out there promoting, oh, come to our school and we'll get you a certificate very quickly. But from what you're saying, it's more involved and we take this very seriously. Do you feel like that's what makes the program unique? Because actually explain to me what is unique about our HCC medical assistant program at HCC, because it just seems to be very much involved in the integrity of the program.
Well, first of all, our program is KHEP accredited. So that is the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs. So that is a stringent standard that we have gone through to meet that national standard as far as teaching medical assisting. So that's number one. So you want to, when students do their research, they want to look at a nationally recognized program, and our program is recognized by CAHEP. So those are some guidelines that we have to go by. So they tell us what we need to teach. So we have a certain curriculum that we must abide by. So our students have competencies that they have to complete in order for them to exit the program. So it's all about the outcomes, as far as like their graduation, their placement, and things like that, their credentialing exam. That all has to go with the CAHEP accreditation. The other thing that would probably make us unique is number two, being in the Texas Medical Center. Coleman College is the only community college in the Texas Medical Center, and our students all the health science students are very unique in that they do their training there. People come from all over the world, to have their diagnosis and their treatment there in the Texas Medical Center, and we are there and we're training those students. So what better place would you like to go? Go to the Texas Medical Center. We also have a unique group of faculty. Our faculty come from varied backgrounds. They are nurses. We have a medical doctor. We have healthcare administration staff members. And we also have graduates from our program, which really makes that unique because they understand the student perspective because they've been students in the program. And then they also have that workplace knowledge that adds that extra part to the curriculum that they need. And so that's another reason why our program is unique, that I think.
That is wonderful, Cindy. And we only have 15 seconds, but I wanted to let everybody know that there's something very special, a long celebration that is coming up. And I believe it's going to be the third week in October, the 16th through the 20th. And the Medical Assistance Day is going to be October 18th. So these are very special events. But I want to say thank you to you, Cindy, for being here. You are marvelous. Ms. Cynthia Lundgren, Director of Medical Assistant Program of Coleman College for Health Sciences. We'll have all of your info on all the information after our show. Thank you so much, Cindy. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Todd, I hear you have an amazing guest from La Cocina Mexican restaurant. I can't wait to hear about this.
That's right. They're located out in Richmond, and check out their Facebook page. We'll have some information on that in our social media post. Phenomenal looking dishes. We've got Andres Novoa. He is the founder and owner of La Cocina Mexican restaurant and our Tasty Tuesday guest. Welcome back to the show, Andres. Welcome, and thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
So tell us a little bit about La Cocina. You've been in business in Fort Bend County for quite some time, right?
Well, yes. We've been in business since 1997. We started in Rosenberg. And now we are out of Pecan Grove area on 359 Richmond. And we've been there for 23 years in this location. So now, we've been serving great Mexican food all that time.
I can look on your Facebook page and certainly looks incredible. Tell us about your approach to cooking.
Well, it's always fresh. We do it fresh with the best ingredients we can get. And then we put a lot of TLC. That's the main ingredient right there, TLC. A lot of love, tender, and care. And that projects into the food.
And what are some of the dishes you're best known for? I'm looking on your Facebook page, and enchiladas stand out to me a lot. Looks like, are they a specialty of yours?
Well, enchiladas, they're always special for a Mexican restaurant. They gotta be. You gotta have good enchiladas. And we do the beef enchiladas, chicken enchiladas, cheese enchiladas, verdes enchiladas, pork, fajita, Cadillac. We do everything on the enchiladas. And on Thursday, we got them for $6.99 all day long. So incredible. That's a special tribute that we do, for.
And
in
it looks
homage
like
of our enchiladas.
you got a lot going on there too. I noticed you got live music and you've got a patio as well.
Yeah, our patio is coming alive now that the weather starts to show some signs, of getting cooler, which is great. We are thankful for that. And we do have live music every Thursday. And it's great. People love it. We're just a neighborhood restaurant trying to put some excitement. And also, I got to mention something. On Wednesdays, we have our street tacos. I think you had a taste the other day of street tacos.
I saw those on the Facebook.
World
They look
famous.
incredible too. Yeah, they look really
good.
Good.
Price.
And you also catering is a big part of your business too. I noticed that you have that in your Facebook pictures as well.
Yes, we love to cater. No event is too small or too big for us. We done 10 people, we done 1,000 people, we done 500 people. So we love to cater. That's one of our specialties. That we got wheels and we love to travel. So we travel.
I know it looks like being part of the Fort Bend community, you give back to the community a lot. And one of our producers said your community involvement caught her attention almost as much as your bracha beans. She said she heard you just gave $78,000 to Meals on Wheels. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, that's a product of our Cinco de Mayo fundraiser that we started 16 years ago. It would have been actually 18 years, but because of COVID, we have to halt it 2 years. But we close the restaurant and we throw a big party. We put tents in there, we put silent auction, live auction, and this 78,000 were a product of this last Cinco de Mayo event for Meals on Wheels. Fort Bend Senior, the organization that takes meals to our elderly. So we're doing something about it.
And you also, what is amazing, over the last 16 years, that $78,000 you've raised more than $500,000 for Meals on Wheels. Is that right?
Yes, we have. We have cumulatively, we have raised more than $500,000 now. That's a lot of seniors that have been fed.
Yeah.
Under our watch, And this is a great community after all, You have to care.
You do a lot more. You do also other things to give back to the community as well.
Yes, we also do the kids, for the schools. We're always helping fundraisers. We're always donating gift certificates. There's a special one. It's the Leaf Foundation, which is the Lamar Consolidated Awards with the men who cook. So I am a man who cooks, and I go and donate my King Run chicken for that event. And a lot of people come, and there's a lot of men who cook there, okay? I'm the best looking, of course. But, we cook real delicious things, and it raises money for the kids as scholarships. We also do veterans. Since inception, we were doing a great fundraiser, red, white, and blue jean badge,
right, for
like 13, 14 years. And that helps the veterans coming from war that has special needs. So they fix up their house to accommodate for wheelchairs. So there's a lot of things that we're doing. We're just a little neighborhood restaurant, and we're doing uncommon things. So we're doing great things, out of a little restaurant,
Back in March of 2020, all of our worlds changed as COVID took over, and a lot of businesses shut down, had to close. Besides COVID, obviously you had to pivot your operations, but what other big challenges have you had in the last, couple of decades with this restaurant?
Yes, there have been a few. From constructions of 359, that was a big, brutal blow to us. But we kept going, thanks to our base, our loyal base that we have built, through hard work and great food and caring. And they kept us just going, and right now the inflation that we're facing is horrible too. We got an inflation, the food has gone through the roof, the food prices. But we have managed to still hold our specials and keep everything as much as we can. But that's a big challenge too that we have faced.
Well, it says a lot about the community and their trust and their enjoyment of your restaurant to patronize you for so many years and to keep you running strong, even with all these challenges.
Well, we are grateful that we live in this community. You know, the Fort Bend County is a great community. It's a giving community. It's business driven. It's community driven, and mainly, it's a caring community. We like to help, you know, and every opportunity we have, we believe that if we have been successful to this day, you know, that we have a duty to give back.
Right.
You know, part of our brand is not just the great tacos, enchiladas, margaritas, you know. Part of our brand is also giving back. You know, that's ingrained into our product. We have managed to do that through all these years, you know, through some caring, basically.
Well, Andres, we wish you continued success. Andres Novoa, he is the founder and owner of La Cocina Mexican restaurant. Thank you for being here. We're going to have all your social media information in our post after the show. We look forward to seeing you out there soon.
It's been a pleasure, amigos, okay? And happy Hispanic Heritage Month, okay? We're excited to celebrate our
Get
heritage.
out there and celebrate. Thanks, Andreas. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. You got it. Muchas gracias.
All right, Diana, you got your homework. Get on out there to La Cocina.
Wow. You know, I do live in Fort Bend County. I live in Sugar Land. So guess what? I'm going to go to La Cocina now and support the business. Absolutely.
We'll be looking forward for that, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Andreas.
Muchas gracias, Mr. Top.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
We've got a few announcements to get to before we wrap up to the show. One of them, Diana, is the Coleman Eagle Market. They're having a grand opening today, as a matter of fact.
That's correct, Todd. We have Coleman College has their grand opening of their Eagle Market, and it's today, October 3rd, from 1:30 to 4 p.m. The ribbon cutting is at 1:30, so make sure you check our show and check our posts. So for more information, of course. But I think there's something really fun going on as well in Alief, Todd.
That's right. If you've ever wanted to be an actor, check it out. Acting for Film at the Alief Hayes campus. It's coming up in October. In fact, it's open to the public. It's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Thursdays, all throughout October at the Alief Hayes campus in the Screening Theater. Check our post after the show, more information on how you can register for these classes. And we've also got a SCORE workshop that's happening out in Missouri City.
Yes, that's correct, Todd. So the SCORE workshop, contract management, is an HCC entrepreneurial initiative, and SCORE are offering free workshops to help local businesses. This is huge, as well as our entrepreneurial students. This is a great opportunity, guys. You need to go take it. This is going to be Thursday, October 5th, from 1 to 3 p.m. at our HCC Missouri City campus. Check our post after the show for more information, guys. But there's something going on for the Susan Komen Race for the Cure.
That's right. It's happening this weekend, Saturday, October the 7th. Join the HCC team Tough Cookie for the Susan G. Coleman Race for the Cure Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. The first people to sign up get a t-shirt. Contact Ashley Rhodes for more information. We will have some information on how you can contact her email address in our post after the show. And I want to skip down because one thing that's very important across the district right now, Diana, is registration. If you want to get some classes in before the semester ends, I think there's a final 8-week session that's coming up, and students need to really register now.
That's correct, Todd. So right now, registration is still open. There is a special 8-week registration period. So it's very important that you know that registration and courses will be offered in person and online anytime, online on schedule, hybrid, in person, hybrid lab. And to learn more about our HCC products and start programs and start dates and options to cover cost, please reach out to us either on the phone or at hccs.edu/apply. Can't wait to see you guys.
You got to keep in mind, Diana, Friday, we got a big day for the college. It's our convocation. It's happening in NRG Arena. It's happening in the morning. If you haven't registered, I believe the deadline to register is tomorrow. It is mandatory. So make sure you register, get your parking pass. You can head on out there. We'll all be out there. So there'll be no up to the minute on Fridays. Keep that in mind. Thursday, we've got Family Fun Day with the National Funeral Museum. They're amazing if you haven't been out there. And also later this week, we'll visit with a professor about his learning framework classes to drive students to succeed in the early years. Diana, thanks for being here. Make sure you check out La Cocina. Let us know how it goes.
I will, for sure. Thank you, Todd, for having me. Gracias a todos. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
That's right. Thanks, everyone, for being here. We'll be back tomorrow morning live at 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.